camera, one video to the right.
Well, it was kind of just a one right out of the band, and like really amazing.
Okay, to black.
Heather, right here. Heather, right here. Hey, Heather, yeah, how's the love life?
I've got nothing to tell you, Sam. Do you have alcohol at your place?
Why are we here?
You have a gun, right? I feel like there's so many crazy people who are mad at me right now.
You know how to shoot a gun?
How many movies have I shot guns in? 2. You know how you were saying you don't feel safe? I feel like that all the time.
My name is Aaron Katz, and I wrote, directed, and edited Gemini, which stars Lola Kirk. I was involved in every part of the process, and brought Lola in very early into the writing process. I had completed a draft, but wanted to share the script with Lola early on because I really wanted Lola to have a lot of voice and authorship over her character Jill.
Am I under arrest?
Not yet.
Motive, opportunity, capacity. You two were like freaking best friends. People like that kill each other all the time.
Are you following me?
I'm asking you to be careful.
You might not think something's important, and then bingo. It's the key to the whole thing.
So my character is the assistant to a big movie star played by Zoe Kravitz. But then Heather gets...
Something happens to her.
Something bad happens to her, and I get blamed. And so I have to then take on this whole other role, which involves me on a motorcycle.
In real life, were you ever accused of something you didn't do?
Oh, well, I feel like I always sort of did it. Like, no one, you know, I remember getting accused a lot of, like, smoking pot in high school, and I'd be like, no, but I had done it.
So, how awesome is Zoe?
She's so awesome. She is an old friend of mine, and when Aaron and I began talking about this film, I was like, she should be Heather. I'm gonna take credit for that casting
I think you
decision.
can take credit for that, yeah.
Aaron won't be mad.
We should have added you to the credits for a casting director.
Yeah, a casting by me.
So Zoe was suggested to you?
She was, yeah.
Did you have her in mind when you wrote it? Or you had...
No, I didn't. I had Lola in mind when I wrote it, and I didn't know who the character of Heather should be. And we started talking about, everything about the movie. And Lola said, "How about Zoe?" And I'd actually been thinking about her for a different movie that I was trying to make that never got made. And I immediately thought this was a great idea. And we reached out to her, and I feel like a week later, Zoe was doing the movie, and we were rehearsing.
I felt like you're feeling right now. Which is why it's so tough for me to ask you what I've got to ask you.
What do you have to ask me?
You remember things, am I right? I think you might remember things more than most people. Did she ever threaten you, or?
No, she didn't threaten me.
Because I've heard stories about movie stars.
One thing I think is important to say about social media is, at least for me, it puts me in a very strange mindset where you're like curating your life, and it's supposed to represent who you are and the things that you love and the things that you believe in, but it's designed for other people to consume. And so it's like you start to look at things in your life that you just genuinely love as a thing that might be perceived by other people in some way. And that's, that might be just casual things about your life, or art that you love, or art that you make, or political ideas that you have. And it's all kind of has to be filtered through how are other people going to take this.
Well, yeah, it's like a mode of self-objectification, and I think that part of Gemini gets at that too. Zoe's character Heather is very concerned with the way that she is being perceived, particularly through social media, and social media actually plays a role in our film that is quite nefarious, but also ends up being beneficial to solving the crime.
End up being beneficial.
So why the title Gemini?
Well, the original title of the script was
Cancer.
Yeah, and we just thought that was too strange. No, the original title was Heather. When I sent it to Lola, it was called Heather, but that's confusing because there's a movie called Heathers, and it has nothing to do with that. And first idea was change the name of the character. Zoe's character's name is Heather, and nothing else felt right. It just felt like it was so intertwined with who that character was. We ended up, our director of photography, Andrew Reed, made the suggestion of Gemini, and I thought it was perfect because astrological signs feel like of a piece with like 80s and 90s thrillers, and also there's a lot of themes of duality in the movie. So you can find the movie on Instagram and Twitter at Gemini the Film, and the movie comes out, when does it come out, Lola?
March 30th. Hi, my name is Lola Kirk, and you've just been buzzed.
Well, it was kind of just a drunk night out with the band, and like really late.